Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for returning for all of my returning subscribers. And if this is your very first time clicking on my video, hello, welcome. Here we talk all things budgeting, and I am just showcasing my journey getting out of debt. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, join the family, and we can go through all of this together. For today's video, we will be setting up my debt tracker for the month of June, and this is going to be with all of May's payments that we did last month, and then we're going to roll up the balance and see where we are currently in terms of our debt. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in closer so that you can get a better view of what we're doing. And we do have quite a few things to talk about. A lot has happened in terms of the debt. If you've been watching my other videos that I've posted for the month, then you are kind of aware of what has happened. But we are going to start from the beginning and list the debts. So our first debt that we had was dental. And if you watched my last video for last month, and you already know that we have paid off dental, so yay. So this no longer has a balance. It is at 0, which means that we no longer have a due date and we no longer have a minimum payment. Fabulous. So moving on, next it is going to be the Wells Fargo credit card. Now, if you watched my last Debt Snowball update, which I will link above in case anyone is new, you do know my opinion on this Wells Fargo debit card and the struggle I had with it. But I am so happy to announce, if you do not know, that this card is paid off. So it is at 0, and I cannot be happier. It is such a relief. So let me explain what happened, because if we look at our debt from last month, we see that Wells Fargo had about $2,000 balance on it. And I know some of you are like, girl, where did you get that money from? How did you get rid of it? And let me just explain. So as I did voice in my previous videos in terms of my Wells Fargo credit card, due to the pandemic and everything that we are currently in, I did book a vacation or a concert on this credit card. And since that is no longer a thing, that has been canceled and we got a refund. And since I charged it on the card, I did get a refund for that. Now that event was about $890 that I got back. That was an event for me and my cousin, so it wasn't just my one ticket. Honestly, I had no business going to this event because it was a little costly, but it was before I decided my debt-free journey, and you know, mistakes happened, but hey, I got the money back. So that is part of the money that is gone from Wells Fargo. Then I also have been holding on to my tax return. I got my tax return in the end of March, I believe, and as we know, this pandemic started, and I always had the intention of using my tax money to go towards debt, but when all the craziness was happening and I was unsure as to what was going to happen in terms of my finances, I just decided to save that money and not apply it to debt. So I've just been hoarding my tax refund. But since we got our stimulus checks, since I have my $1,000 emergency fund, and since I've been adding money to my 3 to 6 month emergency fund, and since I've been blessed enough to not lose my job, and it seems like, you know, we're getting back to it where I feel secure enough in my position that I'm going to take my tax money and I use that to pay off my Wells Fargo credit card. So, and then if you also watched my weekly budget check-in, you saw that I only had about $43 left on the Wells Fargo credit card, and I paid it off. So that is the story for the Wells Fargo credit card. It was a lot, but I am happy it's done. It was the most stressful debt I had, and I am just so happy to see it at a zero balance. So we do not have a due date for it, and we do not have a minimum payment, and Wells Fargo is gone. Oh, so happy. All right, so our next debt that we will be working on or listing is going to be Heartland. Now this is a student loan. This is a student loan that is coming straight from my college, so it is not currently included in this zero interest that is happening, but we did make an additional payment last month, so now our balance is at $1,226. The due date for this is always on the 10th, and this has a minimum of $40. Our next largest debt is our car loan, and this currently has a balance of $5,470. This is always due on the 20th, and this has a minimum payment of $178. And then our last loan is Great Lakes, and this is a student loan as well, and this is a loan that is included with the zero interest. So as of right now, all my payments are being applied, and we are at a balance of $22,276. This is always due on the 26th, and it has a balance of, well, a minimum payment of $263. So this is so fabulous to look at. We only have our 3 debts, and we are going to work through that. So now let's just add up all of the balances and see as a total what we are looking at. So we have we're looking at total debt balance of $28,972. Progress, guys. And now we're going to add up our minimums. Our minimums come to a total of $481. So when we look at last month's debt total, just look at that real quick. That was a total of $32,459. So that is what we will write here. And to get our payoff total, look at this transition, guys. We are going to do the difference between these two. So we have 32,459 minus 38,972, $3,487 for a payoff. Oh, that is so nice to see. And now we're going to write down our debt percent payoff. So we're just going to get our calculator again, and we are going to do our payoff right here, 3487. We're going to add our payoff that we did last month, so we'll add 640. So now we're at 4,172. Then we're going to divide by our starting balance. And percent-wise, that is 12% payoff for the month of May. Look where we came from, guys. We were at 2% last month, and now at 12%. So happy, if you cannot tell. So now we can go to our jar, fill in some colors, and see our progress. All right, so we are back at the jar, and as we said, 12%, so that is how much we will color in for the jar. And I'm going to use green to correspond with my green month of March, and I will just color in until 12%. All right, 12%. Yay! Okay, so now we're going to go to our progress tracker and fill in our each individual loan and see where we're at. All right, guys, so here is the progress tracker in case anyone is new. Here are all the lists for all of my individual loans. I have them all listed here, and then on the back we have the following, and each box just represents how much amount it is. So this, for example, is $150 for that box, and then we just color in the amount for that. So let's get started. So the first loan that we have is dental, and as we saw here, dental is 0, so we can go ahead and color in all of the boxes for that. All right, so dental is paid off. It is done. We paid a total of $372, and that's just when I started, but this started off with like a $700 balance. But we paid it off, and the pay date is going to be for May 2020. And we are one down. Yay! So next is going to be Heartland. So when we look at Heartland, we started off with a total of $1,585, and as of today we got the balance to $126. So we paid off $359. So that means we can color up until the 300 box. So now let's just go ahead and color in Heartland. All right, so Heartland is done, 3 boxes. All right, so now we are down at Wells Fargo, and this credit card, we know it is at 0. And this is going to be so satisfying to color in. We get to color in all of the boxes for Wells Fargo, so let's get to it. All right, put in work for that, but hey, I am so happy it is gone. So we paid off $2,456 for this Wells Fargo credit card. Never again will they get me. So we're just gonna put right here for the pay date as well, May 2020, because that is when they were out of my life officially. All right, so now let's go to the back. All right, so now we are at the car loan. So we're just gonna get the calculator. Car loan, we started off with 5,884, and now we have it at 5,470, so 414. So we are able to color in 1 box for the 300. All right, now we are looking at Great Lakes. Great Lakes, we started off with 22,802. We have it at 22,276. So 526. So we can color in one box up until 500. All right, so there we have it, guys. Such an improvement from last month. We were able to at least do progress on each individual loan. We are at 12%. We are now at a balance of $28,000. I am so happy, and I really hope this video motivates you all that you can make progress in terms of your debt. You just got to really sit, look at it, and put your all into it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all next time in my next video. Bye, guys.